What's up, everybody? Good morning. Welcome back to Monday morning. And this is Sales Remastered. My name is Daniel, and I'm your host. This message is going to one of my followers on Instagram. Actually follows me on Facebook as well as YouTube as well. And send me a direct message on Instagram, though. And the direct message was basically asking, I think he's from the Middle East, somewhere overseas. And he asked me, he's reading on my bio and kind of checking out my other videos, and understands that a lot of it is not only sales mentoring, but as well as kind of just mindset mentoring as well, and assisting with keeping your mindset strong, different ways to be creative and create a hustle to generate more income. And so what he did was he sent me over a direct message. He's like, hey man, my money situation isn't good right now. Can you please help me think of different ways to make money using sales? And he said easier, which I don't really agree. But again, English is definitely not the first language, so I'm not going to audit his choice of words. But in short, he did say how to make money easier. And so the reason why I bring that up is because I want everyone to understand that when watching this, it's not about making money easier, although that is a byproduct of learning the skill sets that are on this channel. It's not necessarily meant to, just earn money easy and then not work and go be lazy, go be a glutton and not give back, to your community, whether it's your sales community, your neighborhood community. Just do right by others, right? And I don't think that, if you're too lazy to do right by yourself and you just want to make money easily so you can go, fuck off, then I think that you have to consider how you're going to be paying it back as well. Are you just going to look at it like, I'll just pay minimum back because it's easy, right? And so you want to keep that in mind. Keep in mind the way that you view things, that you see things. And so, not to veer off the subject, but I'm going to answer his question. His question was, my money's not good right now. What are certain things that I can do to create money using sales? And whether he's experienced in sales or not, I didn't really go too far into it. But it brought up a good question, because if I was talking to a millennial or someone younger, let's say someone just turned 18 and just started working, how would I go about it? If I could start everything all over again, what would I do different? And to be honest with you, I wouldn't change a thing. I love every single piece of my history. I love, even though it was rough, there were some rough times and there were some good times. And even though those rough times were a bitch, at the end of the day, I grew from it and I became stronger. So if I took out all those bad times, I probably, as a matter of fact, I know I wouldn't be the person that I am today. So I wouldn't change anything. But if I could, if I would, and if I did, I would actually, the very first point of sales is I would actually do it at the mall. I actually worked at the mall for a Verizon kiosk in Westminster Mall, Westminster, California, and I worked in a kiosk where I stood, in the middle aisle where all the traffic is, and I did my best to sell, memberships or contracts, as well as accessories. And the reason why I would do that is because, number one, being young, I thought it was great. It was fun. I was at the mall. I loved being at the mall. And this is back when the malls were malls, So I loved being at the mall. I was in the middle of everything, and I had a reason to talk to girls. And but that was me. That was my headset. That was my mindset, at the age of 18 or 19. And so why I would recommend, and his name is Chopra, why I would recommend working in some sort of high traffic areas, because here in the States, we have outdoor malls. You may have outdoor malls where you're located, and it doesn't necessarily need to be an outdoor mall. You can go to a busy block or busy neighborhood, because you want to be able to have as much experience doing the interaction, meaning that I don't know if you're an introvert. I don't know if you're an extrovert. I myself am an introvert. So I, typically, unless it's my job to do it, I'm not necessarily going to talk to people, just random walker-bys, just random people walking by. I personally, I'll say hi, I'll be cordial, and I'll wish them a good day, and I'll make small chit chat, but I'm not the one to just, hey, what are you doing today? Okay, cool. How long you been doing that? I I don't just interview anyone and everyone. Where I grew up, you didn't ask questions, you let alone even answer them. And so maybe that's just embedded in me. But nonetheless, I believe it also has to do with being an introvert. And so if you're an introvert, which I think a lot of us are in some degree, we can vent here. And so why I think a high traffic environment will help you is because you are going to gain the experience that you need of interaction. Because the more you go about the process, the better you will become. You'll naturally just get better. Meaning that you have to say hello to 100 people so that you can assess those 100 hellos. Maybe you only got 1 or 2 people to actually give you some time, but now you have 100 reference points and now 2 reference points of what worked and what didn't, right? And as you progress and you get another 100 and another 100 and another 100 more, each and every time you may go a little bit further than the last time. Each and every person that gives you their time, you'll get a little bit more comfortable. You'll get a little bit more confident. And why this is necessary and why I'm thankful I had a chance to do a kiosk sales position was because I got to be as creative as I could, as I possibly wanted to. And back then you used to be able to wear like cell phones on your belt clip, and that was like the cool thing. I know I did it. Shit, if you did it too, high five. But you would clip your cell phone, big ass cell phones too. It wasn't thin ass razor blades. It was some big ass flip phones, and or there's the Nokia. It was like a block. It was crazy, like a block of cheese. And I would just clip it on your belt clip. Well, that's what people did back in the day. So you just look at people's belt clip. And I never tried to sell contract. I tried to sell the new clip. And the new clip wasn't necessarily a new clip. The only thing that was really new about it was that there was a button that you got to detach. And so it was like this little cool click button. And that was my thing. But I didn't go over that thing until I got them closer to the kiosk. And then, some people get mad. Some people are like, well, what was the thing? And I'm like, look, it clicks and it turns. So besides just clicking, in your belt clip. So like, let's say, this is your belt. You click, right? And then that's it. So your phone just stays there. Well, this one was able to swivel, and then you got to hear a big ass click sound. And it was a cool, easy button to get to unclick it so you can go answer your phone. And so that was the thing. But no one really sold the click. I did. There were some swivels on the market. There's actually swivels, the 3 kiosks right next to me. But I had this emotion or this reading on my face that I had something new, some sort of secret, some sort of insight. And with this newfound insight, I was able to do great things, like get their attention, have them give me maybe 5 or 10 more seconds of their time. And how I would open it up was I'm like, hey, oh, you gotta check this out. I just got this morning, because people like new things. Oh man, you gotta check these out. I just got these in today. And we did. I mean, we opened up new boxes all the time. We opened up, new shipments all the time. And these little accessories were only like $5. It was a $5 accessory. But then you started making packages and deals and say, you know what, with this $5 belt clip, if you get a phone charger, I can get you a contract for $10 off a month. That's $120 a year. So then it would just become kind of like a connection, right? So you just, okay, well, since you're getting the belt clip, might as well get a phone charger, and since you're getting these 2, you might as well sign up for a New Year's worth of contract. Now I know you got another servicer, but check this out. I can get you this. So that $120 that I'm saving you for the next year will pay that $120 disconnection fee that you have with AT&T or you have with Sprint. And so it was creative, but at the very least, I know that even if I didn't get all 3, I may have gotten the first 2. So I may have sold a belt clip and a charger, but no contract. Or I may have sold a belt clip, no charger, no contract, but at least I sold the belt clip. A lot of times I sold the belt clip. Well, here's the key thing is that with sales, it was accessories you actually made the most money on. So I made $4 for every belt clip, which is cool with me. I made a lot. But the problem is, though, I watched other people in other kiosks in the same mall, right next to me, and all they would do is just kind of just be looking around. They'd be too focused on girls, like to the point where they're not even selling, or they're sitting down there reading magazines. People nowadays do the same thing. It's just now they don't have magazines. They have their phone, or they have their iPad. And so the next time you go to a public mall and you see a kiosk, look at the person who works that kiosk. Is their attention to you, or is it on their phone? Are they talking to you, or are they just sitting there on their ass looking like they can't wait to clock out? And so it shocks me now, because number one, I would never do that knowing that that's my job. And I really hope that these aren't the owners, because if you're renting that spot and you want business to come to you, you have to understand this is the place of capital gains. People are going to want to capitalize on that attention. And so if you're just sitting there reading a book and you're letting people walk by your kiosk without trying to get their attention and lure them to your kiosk, what are you doing, right? And so I think the kiosk is a job or sales at a mall where there's high traffic, or anywhere there's a lot of foot traffic. It's going to be some great experience for you, because number one is that you don't really need experience, period, just to get a sales job. You just need to have the work ethic. You need to, have the positive attitude and just look the part, look clean, look professional. So if you can handle, an ironing your shirt and fucking shaving and washing your face, then you're halfway there, bro. And then when you fill out the application, they may ask you for a full-time, or they might ask you for your part-time. Don't sweat that. Just be punctual. Be very professional, make eye contact, talk, and just stand up straight. Those are the things you want to keep in mind. And if you go into it, saying, oh man, I've been here for 4 hours, I can't wait to go home, and that's all you think about, then you lost. But if you go into it and you have a mindset of saying, man, wait till they get a load of me, I'm going to figure out the system, and I'm going to figure out how I could sell 10 contracts a day, or I'm going to figure out how I could sell 1 contract per hour, or I'm going to be the first representative to sell 3 contracts in a row, or I'm going to be the first representative to sell the contract once every hour. Just some shit like that, and stay in your own lane, but at the same time challenge yourself, right? And that would be my recommendation. So Chopra, I hope that this helps. I'm just coming back from vacation. I just sweated a shitload of alcohol, and just the festivities of the weekend catches up on you when you get older, and now I'm just trying to sweat it out and get back into my groove. So Chopper, I hope that this video helps. If anyone else has any requests, feel free to always hit me up on my DM, whether it's Instagram, Facebook, or YouTube. And you can also email me, Daniel@salesremastered.com. I'm always happy to, hear your input, and I see your guys' messages. I don't answer back to all of them, just because I already have content on my channel that covers that. So don't get offended if I send you a clip or a link of a video I did a couple months ago. It actually covers that topic. But I do invite you to reply back. Give me your feedback. Let me know if it's helpful or not. And if it is, please share it. And yeah, hope it improves your day. Cool? All right, I'll see you guys in a bit. Bye.